I would do number 2 because I see a lot fewer mistakes when you write it out like that and actually distribute. So let's do one more. Number 3. So 7x minus 5 times itself, 7x minus 5. So distribute 7x, you get 49x squared. 7x times negative 5 is negative 35x. And then distribute the negative 5. So negative 5 times 7x, negative 35x. And then the last one, negative 5 times negative 5, is positive 25. So combine the like terms. In the middle again, 49x squared stays the same. Negative 35 minus 35 is negative 70. And then plus 25 at the end. So you will have some practice problems on these after the video. Next example, we have another formula. Again, this is a shortcut. You do not have to use the shortcut if you don't understand it. You can always distribute and get the same exact answer like we were doing on the last formula. So this one is if you have 2 binomials instead of 1. So let me show you the difference. This one was 1 binomial squared. This one is 2 binomials that have the same exact numbers, but one's plus and one's minus. So I think this shortcut is actually a little bit easier, so I'll show you a few of these, and then I'll show you one where you actually distribute the long way. So the answer, all you do is multiply the first 2, so a times a is a squared, minus, always a minus right there, b times b, so b squared. So let's try some of those, and again, I'll do the long way as well, just in case you can't remember the shortcut. So number 1. So like I said, this works for if they have the same exact things in each one, but one's a minus and one's a plus. It doesn't matter which one's plus, which one's minus. As long as you have the same exact variable and number, as long as one's plus and one's minus, this shortcut works. So we're going to do the first 2, x times x is x squared. And then the last 2, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. That's the answer. So that's pretty easy if you can remember how to do it. If you can't, you can always distribute, and I'll show you that on the next one. So we can distribute p to the 4th power times p to the 4th power. Remember, you add exponents there. Then p to the 4th times 8 is 8p to the 4th. And then the negative 8, distribute that. You get negative 8p to the 4th. Negative 8 times positive 8 is negative 64. So in the middle here, typically we've combined these to get a number. In the middle, on all of these types of problems, you're going to get a positive number and a negative number that are exactly the same, which means they go away. So if those cancel out, all we're left with is p to the 8th minus 64. So that's why the shortcut works for these specific examples, because those middle 2 will always cancel. So if you know that, you don't even have to multiply the middle 2, which is why I didn't on number 1. So either way is fine. You can do number 1 with the shortcut, or you can multiply the whole thing out and still get the right answer. I'm going to try the shortcut one more time on 3, and then you can decide which one you like better. So number 3, I'm only going to multiply the first 2. 6x times 6x is 36x squared. And then the last 2, because the others are going to cancel. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Final answer. We've got one more example. These are area and perimeter problems. So you might need to be reminded of those 2 formulas if you don't know them. So let me write them out. Area of a rectangle is the length times the width. And then the perimeter is the sum of all the sides. Sum meaning add. So if you need to write that down, write it down. So it says find the area and perimeter of the rectangle. So first, let's label every side, just so we know what they are. In a rectangle, opposite sides are exactly the same. So the bottom is 4x plus 3. That means the top has to be 4x plus 3. If the right side is 2x plus 2, the left side has to be 2x plus 2. So now we can find the area and the perimeter. So area is length times width. So we're going to take the length, which is 4x plus 3, times the width, which is 2x plus 2. So this is area, 4x plus 3 times 2x plus 2. And then we're just going to distribute like we were before. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. 4x times 2 is 8x. 3 times 2x is 6x. And 3 times 2 is 6. And then combine like terms. 2 in the middle match, so we can combine those. So you get 14x and then 6. So that's the area. And then perimeter is the sum of all the sides. So the 4 sides here we're going to add together. So it doesn't matter how you start this, we're just going to put all 4 sides added up together. So this is perimeter. So P equals, start on any side that you want to. I'm starting on the left. 2x plus 2 plus the top, 4x plus 3 plus the right side plus the bottom. So because these are adding and not multiplying, we're not distributing anything. We're just going to combine like terms like we did in lesson 1. So we've got a 2x, a 4x, a 2x, and a 4x. All of those match. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 plus 4, so that's 6 more, so 12. 12x, and then add up all the numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So those do not match, so we can't combine them anymore. That's the final answer for perimeter. So these are probably the toughest ones just because you have to set it up. So if you need to watch this again, you will have one like that on your questions right after this video, so make sure you understand how to do it. Tomorrow we will have a day to work on an activity, and if you have time, we will let you work on some homework. I know with us being gone, it might be kind of hard to understand this lesson, so make sure you get to resource. If you need some help, we will have a quiz on Wednesday, so you need to be prepared for that. At this time, ask your sub for your homework. No, actually do your questions first, and then when you submit that, ask your sub for your homework and spend the rest of the time working on that. Have a great day.